Oh, Stuart, you rat, you. I can explain. Okay, you caught me dating a rat, but that's just what you do when you're bad at dating. You play dating games. It's all the fun of dating without the commitment. Now, isn't that great? I think it's great, but all great ideas sometimes can be taken a bit too far.
Why? Why would I ever date animals, you may ask? Well, have you ever been so traumatized by human beings close to you, you never want to see another human ever again? Rats aren't human.
Everything in the world has a reason, even if you gotta make it up sometimes. But that's why we're gonna be deep diving into this misunderstood video game genre today. That reminds me.
Do you guys like insects? Do you like the way they crawl on your body, the little pricks every time they take a step? Now imagine liking it so much you'd want to indulge in some human insect action.
Well, I got you, bro. I know your type, you sly dog, you. Can I interest you in a grasshopper?
Creature romance is Kokonoe Kokoro. Grasshopper dating. And this is Kokoro. She's basically a grasshopper through and through, but she's got breasts and a uniform on. Oh, and she talks like a normal person.
Okay, so she's a humanoid grasshopper, right? But something's off here. Aside from the breasts and the uniform, maybe it's because she's literally still just a grasshopper?
It's not cartoonified or anything. It's just an upscaled grasshopper for all I'm concerned. With breasts. Remember that episode of SpongeBob where there's close-ups of Wormy the butterfly? That scared me as a kid. It made me uncomfortable. And somehow I feel the same way looking at the grasshopper over here. She's too realistic and she's too big. But I digress. We're here to date her and that's what we're gonna do. The game goes on like a typical anime. She's basically a normal Japanese schoolgirl and they're living a normal Japanese school life. There are other creatures as well, even your little sister, who's just a normal bat in a uniform. She teases you like a normal little sister would. Your jock friend beats you up like a normal jock would, and the meaty teacher gets disappointed in you like a normal teacher would. You could remove the creature part of this game and make it human romances, and the story'd be the same for the most part.
Well, what makes this game unique are the grasshopper parts. Well, duh, but let me explain. You see, our guy here's just a regular Japanese boy who wants to see Japanese girls naked, as they do. And well... Why the hell is there a naked grasshopper now? Why'd I have to see that?
Oh, thank God. He was just dreaming. Whew. Well, time to go to the bathroom. You'll be glad I censored most of this shit, unless you're weird. Because these drawings are way too detailed.
Why is the art so good? It's a grasshopper!
Anyway, going back to the story, it's pretty fast-paced, clocking in at around an hour to complete. The voice acting was a welcome surprise. It's pretty entertaining, and the characters have character. Okay, I've been procrastinating enough. I've been avoiding something, guys. There's a kissing scene. Need I say more? Can you even imagine how a grasshopper would kiss? There you go. There you bastards go. You happy? You like the ASMR kissing sound? Huh?
Okay, everyone who came in their pants, you can leave now. I know who you are. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're so many of you. Got what you wanted, right? You sick sons of bitches. Well, anyway, to tally it up, was it a good date for me personally, the player? Well, have I ever wanted to see grasshopper breasts? No. That's a no then. Actually, I hope that none of the other games have any animal breasts of any kind. But that's just me. I might be controversial.
Next up, Jurassic Heart. Well, you already know what's gonna happen in this one. You wake up, decide what hairpin to wear, which apparently affects the ending of the game. Weird. Then you set off to meet your friend. Hi, dinosaur. This is Tyra, because he's a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Took me 10 minutes to get that one. I'm not proud.
And we're here to buy a ukulele for him because he broke his. Okay, say no more. We split the money and call it our ukulele. He likes the idea. This is getting interesting. Then, we eat each other out. I mean, we eat some grilled chicken.
Sorry, that was wishful thinking.
Okay, then before going home, he asks if we can stay a bit longer. If you haven't seen the blushing dinosaur before, well, there you go, I guess. He wanted to talk about his fear of performing in front of people. Apparently, during a performance, his ukulele fell and he couldn't pick it up because of his short T-Rex arms. And the whole crowd laughed at him. But when performing in front of us, he says he feels calm. Oh, damn it, now he's making us blush. Well, two can play at that game. We tell him that if ever his ukulele drops again, we'll be there to pick it up for him.
Boom! We're deep in it now, boys!
We then decide to try out our new ukulele to end the day. Hey! There we are! Tyra's so big that our character's covered by the text box, but wow, what a cute drawing. Good end. Oh nice, here's the shot of the whole thing. That wasn't too bad.
Okay, so was this a good date? Absolutely yes. There was nothing gross about it. It was just nice and wholesome. My dog liked it. Absolutely adorable. I would date a T-Rex. Well, that's great. 1-1. Let's try some more.
Now for Paka Plus, the alpaca dating game.
Oh, I love this game. It's got good writing, voice acting. It has its flaws, but Oh wait, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
You're Kazuma, a freshman in high school, and you've got a girlfriend, Yukari. Ah, not an animal. This is a welcome change. It's your typical young couple, some light teasing, some shaking back and forth. Going out on dates, more teasing, you get the picture.
It's a pretty normal visual novel from the get-go, albeit a bit slow-paced.
I like that about it though, because it allows the game to sprinkle little details about the characters here and there to make it a bit more personal. Like how Yukari doesn't like soda, so she's sipping iced tea. How she likes practicing the violin without no one watching her, but Kazuma watches her anyway. Or that she hates okra, so Kazuma teases her about it. Like, okra's not that bad.
Yummy. That was the worst bit of all time.
Moving along, they go into an arcade and they find a claw machine with an alpaca figure inside. They both love alpacas, but the pro tag is something else. He's loved alpacas since he was 3 years old when he got an alpaca plushie on his birthday. A sign of things to come. And I guess alpacas have such a strong presence in this relationship that we're heading to Alpaca Kingdom for Yukari's birthday. Look at that alpaca. He's standing there. We feed them, pet them, overall a good time. But everything changes when Yukari hits us with the oh no.
Obviously we say yes, right? But by doing that, he made the worst decision of his fucking life!
Anyway, we give her a birthday gift, which she really likes, then go home for the day sleeping in the bus. Ah yes, that's my lovely girlfriend right beside me. The love of my life. Wait. Something sounds different. Yukari? What the fuck happened to Yukari? Where is she? Is she under this alpaca? Our pro tag doesn't seem to have any urgency about this. But that's the thing. He's acting strangely realistically. Look at this. He sees the alpaca and he's shocked, but he controls himself by screaming internally. At this point, the alpaca's showing heavy concern for Kazuma because he's acting weird. Well, he is. Because right now he thinks he's hallucinating and he's trying to distract himself.
I don't blame the guy. I need at least a few minutes to understand what the fuck's happening. What the fuck is happening?
Then when the opportunity arrived, he leaves the bus in a rush. Oh, poor Yukari. She chases you, but just to say goodnight. Oh, I feel bad, dude. He mumbles goodnight back to be polite, then goes home. He forgets to shower and eat dinner and just passes out on the bed, falling asleep, hoping it'll be normal again the next day. I think that was pretty reasonable, actually.
So far, I think this is the second most realistic way to handle the situation, other than screaming and saying, "Ah! What is that? Hey! What is it? Alpaca?"
I love the way they structured this too, because that whole human part in the beginning was just a build-up for this moment. How all these great experiences with a nice and caring girl just disappear in the blink of an eye. But when we go to school the next day... Oh yeah, wait! She's not gone, she's just an alpaca. Everyone apparently sees her just as the same old Yukari. What does this mean?
Psychosis.
That's the only way to explain it. His love for alpacas and his girlfriend merged too far. He can't tell which is which anymore. Kazuma then denies Yukari's requests to hang out multiple times. Oh, poor girl. He's created this weird, awkward space now between the two of them, to Yukari's dismay. Poor girl doesn't know what's going on, and our pro tag uses this awkward space to start intently observing Yukari's actions and writing them in an observation log. For what? For why? I don't know. Let's be real here though. He's just avoiding his problems. He ends up doing 100 observation logs without solving a thing. It's almost as if he wants her to stay as an alpaca. Feel god awful for Yukari. Her boyfriend is experiencing schizophrenia and she has no idea. She's just trying to act normal. After how many days, it's finally dawned on Kazuma that his girlfriend is indeed an alpaca and she's not turning back. And that more importantly, that Yukari is still just Yukari. It took you long enough, you moron. So long, in fact, that a few reviews of the game I've seen say that the slow burn dialogue from the start wasn't their thing. Well, what I have to say to them is...
Newsflash, you dumb motherfuckers! Not all games are... Just kidding.
Yukari ends up having a breakdown because she's having to deal with all of this and then some with school activities. Who wouldn't? And Kazuma decides this. This is the time when she's having a breakdown, is when he wants to confess that he sees her as an alpaca. The perfect time!
Oh, you're having a breakdown? You are? By the way, for some reason, you look like an alpaca! I fucking hit myself.
Maybe you could have planned this better with the time you had making 100 observation logs! Man, now I sound like those reviewers. Maybe they were onto something. Kazuma Uno reverses Yukari. Would you love me if I was an alpaca? And she says yes. She would be fine with it.
Oh.
See, Yukari gets it. What's so hard to understand, Kazuma? And with that reassurance, he does the deed. Yukari, you're an alpaca. Yukari doesn't get it and takes it as if Kazuma's saying he doesn't like her anymore. This legit made my heart sink. Yeah, you better clear things up, dumbass! Ironically, it's Yukari that saves it for them. Yukari asks the real questions. If he still loves her, what about her made him fall in love with her in the first place? If she's any different now from before? That's a really good point. She isn't any different. And it finally pierces Kazuma's thick skull.
Let's fucking go! Yes! Now kiss! I want to see that.
No, unfortunately, there's no alpaca kissing. But what we do have is a better scene that happens a few years later. Aw, that's just cute. Aw, Yukari's a smaller looking alpaca than I thought. Well, that's besides the point. We have successfully married an alpaca. Wait. This white fluffiness is bliss bestowed upon me by God. Oh, whatever you say, bro. He is psychotic.
So what's this game's score? Sure, it was a good ending, but Kazuma was being annoying, and the question was if it was a good animal date or not. Well, the human dates were pleasant, but there was barely any alpaca dating going on, so I think that's a no for me. Unfortunate, because I really still do like this game.
Next, we're gonna speed date some animals. There's a timer, we chat with a random animal, then we go on to the next, then decide at the end who to date. Simple. Hey, how's it going? Oh, don't worry, I'm anxious too. Oh, he likes video games. And he streams? That's cool. And we find him pretty cute too, apparently. I'm sold. And timer's up. Some pretty good first impressions, I'd say. I don't know what he thought of me, though. Next one. Hey, how's it going? Oh, nice. Wow, I love games. What kind of games do you make? Do you make a cookie?
Chill the fuck up, bro. I'm here. I'm listening.
Loop is way too hyper for me. I didn't really get much out of the conversation, except that Loop doesn't like chocolate. Okay, hey, Paka? But you're an elephant. He says his job demands a lot of time. Oh, I don't know about that. He can be away months at a time and he just hangs out with friends digitally. I'm okay with that, but I'd rather hang out in real life. Then he asked me if Star Wars is science fiction or science fantasy, and he lost me. Okay, time to choose. Give me that moose. Yeah, me too. I'm glad. Yeah, let's eat it. What? That's it? Oh, it was made in a game jam, so it really is just a short game.
Oh, I thought we'd go out and eat with the moose. I wanted to go to a chicken place. And you know what a chicken is? It's a bird! We're gonna go dating birds! Oh yeah, the score. That wasn't a good date. There was barely any dating going on. It was the speed dating. What did I expect?
Up next, had a full boyfriend.
It's a popular game. Everyone knows you date birds, but not everyone knows the plot.
Why are you a human enrolling into an all-bird school to date some birds? Now, I just found this out. So apparently, it's set in a post-apocalyptic world where a mutated strain of the H5N1 bird flu nearly wiped out mankind in the year 2068.
The humans then developed a counter-virus to kill all the disease-carrier birds, but obviously it didn't work.
It backfires, causing all the immune birds to instead develop human-level intelligence.
This is all real, by the way. It's all on Wikipedia.
Most of the humans die, so the birds are the new dominant life form, and the remaining humans are forced to live in the wilderness, which we can see here with our protagonist living in a cave that looks like a friggin' Windows screensaver.
But that's old drama. Human Bird Wars is old news. 120-year-old news to be exact. Who cares? All that's important now is that we're here to date birds.
The game's pretty fast-paced, showing you introduction after introduction of each bird, immediately giving you an idea of who you'd want to date. Although some birds don't appear unless you pick certain options or finish certain routes. There are a lot of different personalities and stories in this one. Goofy birds, depressing birds, you can even date your own teacher. Yeah, Persona 5, you're not the only game where you could do that. Although, never mind, I take it back. Well, some of the writing and humor is kinda dated in my opinion. The intention of the game is still clear as day. It's charming, has unexpected glimmers of brilliance with its characters, but most of all, it's a fun time.
Hatoful Boyfriend doesn't care about the typical slow grind storytelling that the other visual novels do. It just wants you to date birds, and it just wants you to date birds now. And I respect that.
It's been around a decade now, but it still holds up considerably well. And if you're gonna play this game, you should do more than one ending. It's definitely worth it, trust me.
Okay, so if you notice, I didn't actually show any dating in this game. Yeah, I didn't. There's way too many routes. I'd probably have to make an entire video covering this game, and maybe I will in the future.
But from my prior 14 hours playing it back then, yeah, as a player, I felt pretty good about this game's dating. So I think bird dating's a yes for me.
Well, from the tally, it looks like I'd date birds and T-Rexes, and I wouldn't date an alpaca, mantis, or do a speed date either. Ironically, I've avoided the more human of the choices. I stuck with a T-Rex and a bird. I don't know what that says about me. I think I'm gonna go visit my psychiatrist. Thanks for watching.